my name is Rachel Bishop. I'm a senior sport management major at Millikan, and I'm here to talk to you about weight management using a guide I like to call Going All the Way. In my mind, I believe that there are 5 simple ways to effectively manage your weight: strength training, physical activity, reduce caloric intake, healthy eating, and creating a routine. If you are able to balance all these out, you will effectively gain, lose, or stay at the same weight. Lifting to maintain. When you talk about resistance training, it is also called strength training. When you're trying to lose weight, just aiming at people trying to lose weight, it is better to lose weight and also lift weight at the same time, so the muscle or the body mass that you're losing, you don't lose muscle, you actually turn your body fat into muscle. So this is specifically aiming at people trying to lose weight. It also increases your body's metabolism so that your body gets in a rhythm of always being up in its prime. Regular resistance training has a dramatic effect on your hormonal system, which also partners with your metabolism and makes your body always try to function at its tip-top shape. Repetitive strength training makes your body become more efficient, so it also hormonal system and metabolism that will in turn make your body more efficient. So basic strength training tips. When you're lifting, you don't want to lift Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday all in succession. You want to try to lift Monday and then maybe do some running on Tuesday, but never lift heavy weights 2 days in succession. And try to lift 3 to 4 times per week following that regimen. Also, you need to work on using compound multi-joint movements. So if you would try to do a push press, say, you would come down, you'd be working your knees and your elbows and your shoulders when you're coming up, so you're working a bunch of joints all collaborating with each other. When you're choosing your weight, try to choose a weight that you can only, not to where you can only do 3 or 4, where you can pump it out to about 12 or 15 reps and 3 or 4 sets. But if you're an experienced lifter, you can scale it back to either 6 or 8 repetitions per set. Now, when you're talking about rest time, you want to because usually lifts wouldn't take longer than a minute or 2 for each set. So try not to do a 1 per 1. So keep it less than a minute, so as to where your body isn't just chilling out for too long. You need to alternate sets for upper and lower bodies, so whereas your upper body wouldn't get hypertrophy compared to your lower body, and then vice versa. If you continually challenge yourselves with heavy weight, you won't get bored with your exercise routine. If you come in doing the same thing every week, odds are you'll skip out on some of the repetitions or cut back a set just because you're bored. Keeping it moving. This is basically aimed at physical activity. Regular physical activity is important for good health. No matter what facet you're trying to emphasize on, it's going to help you regardless. Evidence shows that the only way to maintain weight loss or stay at any healthy weight is through physical activity. So whether it's running, jogging, biking, climbing, rowing, if you're trying to lose weight or stay at a weight, physical activity is the way to go. Beyond just weight loss and maintaining your weight, it also cuts back risk for diseases such as heart attack, stroke, certain kinds of cancer, diabetes, type 2 diabetes, even type 1 diabetes. It also helps to build strong muscles, bones, and joints, which will help you during everyday life, whether you're just around the house or you're at work. Physical activity will definitely help you out there. Physical activity, you can either plan what to do during the day, or you can have it just incorporated into your daily life, as in you could park further away from where you work just to get a walk into work, or you could just set out 30 minutes a day to go take a walk around the track. If you're just starting off, you start off slow and work up to at least 30 minutes a day. If you don't actually have a 30-minute break, you can break it into 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 6 sets of 5, whatever you have, try to break it down in that. If your goal is weight loss, you may need to do more than 30 just to get the initial start of weight loss, your metabolism starting to kick up. So try to do more than 30 if you have time. Moderate intensity exercises are the ones most often recommended. Those are the ones that if someone comes up to you and asks, oh hey, how long have you been a member at the gym, or what did you do this morning, you can accurately describe what you tried to do. You'll still have the breath to be able to answer their questions or just say hey. According to the American Heart Association, the recommended PA is physical activity levels. 2 hours and 30 minutes or 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity, just like the walking or still being able to keep a conversation every week, and muscle strengthening activities 2 or more days a week. So you're trying to pair it together. So you want to get total 2.5 hours or a week, and then also lifting 2 days a week. By increasing the intensity or amount of time you're physically active, you'll be able to work on your body weight and be able to accumulate more health benefits if you just increase what you're doing instead of saying the same thing the entire time of your workout. There's really a front now to encourage children and teens to be active for 60 minutes each day. It's called Play 60. It's a really big thing nowadays and should be encouraged in almost every household. A few jump starts to your physical activity program. Just some ideas that you can do whether you're at home or at work. Take a brisk walk around the block with family, friends, coworkers, a nice way to catch up after a long day or just spending time with your loved ones. Walk up the stairs instead of taking the elevator, which is usually what at most works can be a very plausible thing. Mow the lawn and don't cop out and take the riding mower. You actually need to do some work and do pushing. Take an activity break at work or home. If you have a lunch break that's about an hour, you can cut your lunch to about half an hour and maybe do some walking for the other half. As I said, park your car further away from entrances of stores, movie theaters, or work and be able to walk when you can. Or you can also enroll in something like they have at the DISC, a beginner's level low impact aerobics or step class. Calories, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I feel like this is a summary of basically what calories are. Whether it's carbs, fats, or proteins, all of it has calories. And if you are given a diet that focuses more on one or cuts out one, you're basically doing it wrong. A good diet will control the portions of the certain calories that you have, not cut out or increase it either way. When it comes to maintaining a healthy weight for life, the bottom line is your calories matter. You can do all the aerobic exercise you want, all the lifting you want. If your calories are at very high levels, you won't accurately lose weight or be at the weight that you want to be at. Weight management is based all around calorie balance, balancing the number of calories you consume with the number of calories you put out. So if you want to stay at the same weight, you need to put out the same number of calories that you take in. If you want to gain weight, you need to intake more, put out less. Same with losing weight, put out more, intake less. It takes approximately 3,500 calories below your caloric need to lose a pound of fat, which is a pound of fat equals 2,500 calories. That can be obtained through either exercise or caloric reduction in your daily diet. 3 steps from myplate.gov for managing your caloric intake. First of all, just finding out what you eat or drink. Maybe keep a daily journal of what you eat, what you drink, maybe what you're feeling at the time of what you're eating, so that you know if you're feeling a certain way, you're more prone to go to food or to drink or to both. And then find out what exactly you need to eat or drink. So you can compare what you're already doing to what you should be doing. You can even, there's a lot of places online and places here that nutrition-wise that will personalize daily diets for you. And then once you see what you are putting in your body and what you should be putting in your body, just make the choice to make better choices. The 4th item is eating healthy. I know a lot of people say they don't have time or they don't have the money to eat healthy. I used to think that myself until I saw how much money, I mean this is back at the end of college, or beginning of college and high school. I saw how much money I was spending going out to eat, and then I put all that money for a week and bought healthy groceries, and I still had money left over. So even being a college athlete, I still have time to do all that. A healthy lifestyle involves many choices. Among them, it's just making the choice to go on a diet or eating healthy, just like what I did. You can figure out how to include almost any food in your healthy diet, and instead of people thinking that healthy eating, oh, I have to cut out my favorite thing, I have to cut out this. Well, most diets, you can find a way to incorporate it, whether it's moderation or the different style that it's being cooked in. Healthy eating is all about balance. You can enjoy, like I said, you can enjoy your favorite foods if they're high in calories, but in moderation or as a reward, some use rewards. Or you can balance them out if you do indulge in a fattier thing, 30 more minutes of workout or something like that. Defining a healthy eating plan. A healthy eating plan emphasizes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, fat-free or low-fat milk, and milk products, basically your 5 food groups. It includes lean meats, poultry, fish, beans, eggs, and nuts. It's low in saturated fats, trans fats, all the stuff that are bad for you when, depending on how it's cooked. Cholesterol, salt, and added sugars, and it stays within your typical daily caloric needs, which aren't always the daily 2,000. I mean, it depends on what you need. So don't always go by what the daily values say on the back of your food. I know everyone has a weakness for comfort foods. If you feel like you have to eat them, just eat them less often, because I know everyone just has that weakness. If you normally eat, I don't know, a whole thing of Oreos, maybe cut it back to 1 row every week if you have to cut it on. Some people like to eat a whole thing of Oreos, but at least like just whatever you eat, just cut back in moderation, or eat smaller amounts. If you normally eat all 4 bars of a Kit Kat, maybe eat 2 and then eat 2 tomorrow, something like that. And there is a lower calorie version, like if you like Coke, and you can try Coke Zero, which is less calories, stuff like that. You can use lower calorie versions, or you prepare your food differently. Instead of frying it, maybe broil or something like that with your chicken. And the last one, the one that basically is the glue of all this, is a routine. Weight management program is only successful if carried out fully, which usually means you have to stick to the same thing the rest of your life. Incorporating daily exercise and healthy eating into your daily routine will help it make a habit and stick, and let if you just do it every now and then, like sporadic, you won't be able to see the results that you want. But if you do make it into a daily habit, it'll usually, you'll see around, oh, it's 5:30 right after work, I usually head to the track, this is my habit, this is my routine. Having a routine is very important to anyone who's trying to go through a workout and healthy eating routine, because it helps you stay motivated and on task, so you don't just slip back in your old habits and say, oh, well, the last 2 months I've been buying my own groceries, now I think I'm going to go eat out. Usually that won't happen if you have a routine. I mean, you do have those cheat days you can go out and enjoy food that's not made in your home, but usually if you have a routine, it'll just keep sticking with you. Some simple ways to create a routine for you. Before you go out shopping and before you go out and see every single thing you can buy off the shelves, make a list so you only stick to that list, so you don't see some high-fat something on this shelf and grab it. Buy or make your own calendar. If you write it down, odds are you're probably going to do it. If you can see it that day that you're going to do that, you'll be more accountable than just thinking about it. So if no one knows, it won't happen. If you plan your meals and workout times each day around the same time, you'll usually, if you see the time, I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to do this now, something like that. So if you make a habit of walking, become a routine. And if you live by 3 words, don't give up. That'll basically make the routine a habit. So in conclusion, the bottom line, when it comes to weight management, the bottom line is all about the calories. You can, like I said, you can do as much physical activity, as much lifting, as much healthy eating as you want, but if you are putting in more calories than you're burning, you will gain weight or any of the aspects of weight management. Partnering exercise with monitoring your caloric intake will give you success no matter what you want to do, so it just doesn't all depend on caloric intake. If you are monitoring your calories, you can partner your exercise with it to be able to focus more on the weight loss instead of just going by calories. And once you get a weight that feels good for you, that's when the balance comes into play. Put out as much as you take in. And I have a MOVE weight management program. It's specifically aimed toward veterans, but it does incorporate a lot of what I have been talking about.
Remember how good it felt being in shape? Joe does. Joe was cleaning out the attic and discovered his old military uniform.